So there's a few reasons why we're together today. One of the milestones that we achieved was 6 million transactions since the beginning of time. So let's just give... The exciting bit of the way we reach these milestones of 1 million is that they come so quickly. We can't even celebrate each one because they're accelerating, and that's really powerful. But not only did we achieve 6 million transactions, last week was our best week ever. You know, we did 81,451 transactions last week, which is a massive amount of transactions. Those are successful, real live approved transactions, not the failures. So 81,000 transactions for the week. And Friday, when we reached 6 million, was our best day ever since the beginning of time. And we did 14,192 transactions for the week on Friday. So Friday was our best day ever that we've had. Last week was our best week that we had ever in terms of number of transactions, and we reached the 6 million milestone. You know, the way we're accelerating now in terms of volume is that's those records we will break next month again. So although we say they're the biggest ever, next month we will reach that milestone again. There's a good chance that next Friday we will probably reach that biggest day again. We'll probably breach that day. So it's a proud moment when you see your system used by so many people. I'll tell you a story. I went 2 weeks ago. I went to the little town of Sutherland. Sutherland is in the middle of nowhere in the Karoo. You really have to go off the beaten track. And there they've got a telescope. It's called the SALT telescope. It's a collaboration of many countries around the world that have built this telescope, one of them obviously being South Africa. And the best part of this telescope is not the fact that it's the biggest telescope in the southern hemisphere. The best part of this telescope is that in their gift shop they are Zapper merchant. So I obviously bought a lot of lot of goods and checked if they knew how to work Zapper, and they did, and it worked like a charm in the middle of the Karoo, like 26 kilometers away from Sutherland. We could pay with Zapper, no problem. So it's really special, guys. We're part of something special, and I thought it would be a good time to share it with Uncle John. He was unable to come to Cape Town. I think because of the lack of water here. I'm not sure. And he's got a very busy schedule, but I just wanted to share the moment with you as well, sir, and give you a moment to chat to us.
Thanks, David. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Because it saves me having to think. And so, as I said, morning, and good to see you all. I'm very sorry I'm not in Cape Town at the moment. I was due to be, and then I got a bit sick. So it was decided I should stay in Durban and not infect everyone around me, and I did just that. But I really did miss coming down, and I said to David that I would make a plan. But he said, starting, and here we are. And it's really a pleasure to see your faces and to be able to talk to you. Zapper is on an upward climb, and it's an accelerating climb where each day I get, or each hour I actually get the results. And I must say it's very pleasing to see how it's going up. And when one realizes that that's down to each and every one of you that is happening. The only thing that makes me a little despondent is where I realize that SnapScan is still alive. Hopefully we'll do something about that. But Zapper is certainly thriving, and Zapper is certainly taking off. And that's down to you, and David, and the other members of the Zapper team around the country. It really is most heartening to see how well it has taken off, compared particularly with other countries, where it has remained almost flatlined. And since I have a number of doctors in my family, two to be exact, actually 3, but one's an honorary doctor. I often say, trust me, half my kids are doctors. But to a doctor, flatline means dead. And that's not what we want. And we are certainly far away from that. And I repeat myself, that's down to you. You've done this, you've made it happen, and you are the reason that Zappa is succeeding here. And hopefully elsewhere in the world they'll take note and use this as a goad. G-O-A-D. A goad is a whip that you use on donkeys that won't move. So let's hope that your example will be a goad to the rest of the world, showing them what can be done and how it's done, that we fly from here onwards. I think this is the most important lesson that any of us can take away from this chat today. As I said, I would much rather have been in Cape Town in person and been able to give each of you a handshake, a hug, a cuddle, because that's the way we are. This is a family operation. And I don't mean my family, I mean our family. And each of us in it is a member of that family, and it has been working extremely well. Credit to each and every one of you, and I think that's what it's all about. Now, my usual, any questions?
Guys, if you've got questions for Uncle John, yeah.
Come along. At least one person must have a question.
Colin.
Come on, guys and goddesses. Surely between you generate at least 1 or 5 questions. We can sit here for hours. Because I'm waiting and I'm very patient.
I've got a question. I would say just from users, clients, everyone here, what would you say is the most important thing to you about Zappa, and what would you see is the purpose for Zappa moving forward?
Well, while I figure out the answer, think of another question, because this is too easy. I only have one thing that is important, and that's all of you people standing there. All our operations depend on the people. And really, that's what it's all about. The people make it happen. It's not by magic, it's by what you do and what you achieve. And each and every one of you is contributing to this. And this is just not advertising and claptrap. This is the way I feel. And since the question was asked of me, you must accept my answer.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Come on, more questions. Make it a difficult one for a change. Ask me what I had for breakfast. Can't remember.
I must tell you that you've seen that beautiful office Uncle John has. So that was the home that he grew up in. And eventually he bought it again and made it his office. So it's really a beautiful place, but it has history. So it's quite nice to see it.
Well, as you can see, it's filled with second-hand furniture, and behind me on the wall is where you are now.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very proud of that. I think that Waterview Park is probably one of the best working environments anywhere. Well,
yeah.
That and Forest Park, I'll put them equal.
What is your guess? How long will it be until we reach 7 million transactions?
My best guess is not long. That will really be something that we look forward to. I'm really looking forward to 10 million.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that I think we'll achieve before the end of May.
Yeah, I think so too.
Somebody told me that one of our operations, and I won't say where in the world, but you know we're in many fields, has handled something like 600,000 transactions in a minute.
Oh, wow.
So that's something for you guys to try and achieve.
One more.
I've got one more. You asked for a difficult question. So I thought of this. If you were on your dying bed now, what would be the best advice that you would give any young business person moving forward into this 21st century?
No, I don't have to be on my dying It's very simple. Just make sure that you have a job and you do work that you enjoy. Because that's the fundamental.
Yeah.
If you can get up in the morning and look forward to going to work, you can ask for nothing more than that. And I must tell you that in my whole working life, which has stretched from about 1961 till now, only on one day have I not enjoyed myself. And on that day, the 14th of October, 1984, I got up, went to Anglo headquarters in Joburg, handed in a whole stack of resignations and said cheers. And from that moment onwards, I started enjoying myself again. And that's all I can commend to everyone. Make what you do a joy, take pride in what you do and what you achieve. More than that, you can't ask, nor can I. So just go for it, make it happen, and make this whole thing fly. Because it can and it will. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys and guyesses, I hear that I've got my next meeting coming up behind me. A friend of mine once asked me what work I do, and I said, truthfully, I don't work. Because I have fun and I enjoy every moment of my life. But I sit here quietly and wait for things to happen, like this discussion now, which for me is a joy and a pleasure. And to see your faces, and I hope that quite soon I'll be in Cape Town and be able to see you all in person again, and I really look forward to that. In the meantime, I'm available on Starleaf 24/7. Give me a call. God bless you all. Just enjoy and have fun.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.